as we formulate some options going forward to, I think, make sure that agriculture and forestry are a part of the solution when we look at what we need to be doing together. I believe we have a responsibility to our children and our grandchildren to address the growing climate crisis that we all know exists. Agriculture does need a voice in that process, as I indicated, as part of the solution. And we're here today to learn about the role of agriculture in reducing greenhouse gases and how we can best incentivize these reductions in a cap-and-trade system. One way that the agriculture and forestry community can play a role is through greenhouse gas offsets. As my colleagues know, offsets are greenhouse gas reductions or sequestrations made outside a regulatory cap that mitigates other emission sources. There are numerous types of activities that could qualify for offsets. I know we'll talk about many of them today. And as the jurisdiction of this committee suggests, we will focus primarily on those within agriculture and forestry. Whether it's soil sequestration on croplands, methane capture from dairy farms, or sustainable managed forests to prevent deforestation, as well as grow more in older trees, there are many opportunities to reduce emissions with quality offsets that ensure that a ton of carbon reduced is a ton of carbon. First and foremost, we need to discuss an offset policy to find additional solutions that reduce greenhouse gases. There are, however, other benefits to a strong offset policy: creation of jobs and economic opportunity, increasing and incentivizing new technologies, providing additional environmental benefits, and last but not least, offsets provide cost containment. Michigan and the nation stand to benefit from a strong offset policy. We are blessed in Michigan not only with a strong manufacturing base, but also agriculture and forestry are key to our economic success, and I think that we can benefit both of those sectors as we look at the issue of quality offsets. Bottom line, we need to meet our greenhouse gas emission mandates, and we can if we allow this to be a policy that is reasonably priced, which again goes to the question of offsets. Offsets allow for significant cost control. Recently, a well-respected EPA model analyzed the Lieberman-Warner bill and found that viable offsets can drastically diminish the cost of carbon both to businesses and to consumers. For example, if we do not restrict the amount of verifiable quality offsets in a cap-and-trade market, the cost savings to the economy may be as much as 71% from a program that does not limit quality offsets. There are also other significant opportunities that come from offsets. With proper management, both forestry and agriculture could help reduce as much as 25% of annual U.S. emissions. Currently, agriculture sequesters only 1% of U.S. emissions, but through items we'll talk about today, we could sequester as much as 10 to 15%, which is why this hearing is so important. So I'm hopeful that we can construct a set of policies from your recommendations today that encourage as many quality and verifiable offsets as possible. That way, we can make sure that we are transitioning into a new low-carbon economy in a way that is economically stable and is one that benefits consumers in all parts of our economy. I am looking forward to the panelists, and I will introduce them in a moment, but let me first turn this over to our ranking member, and I also want to thank Senator Ken Salazar from Colorado for joining us for this very important hearing. Senator Crapo.